Hey guys, welcome to the Art Occultist. My name is Elisa and I am so happy to have you here with me today. Today I am starting something new here on the channel and it's called Weekly Reflections. Now, this is a part of my personal tarot practice with Hecate, and basically I want to share with you my journey on a weekly basis in this structured format. And yeah, so what is my weekly reflection practice with Hecate? I pull a theme for the week, energy for the week from either a tarot deck or an oracle deck. It depends how I feel at the certain point in time when it's time to pull that energy or theme for the week. Then I journal based on what comes to me or from the guidebook. And then I create a spread for myself. So basically, this is the whole format that I'm going to be sharing with you in this weekly reflections practice. And if you want to participate, you will need a pen, a journal, and a tarot deck, and you can do the spreads with me if you wish to engage in this weekly practice. So for this week, I have this card, Perception. This is from the Sacred Art Oracle deck. This deck is new to me, and by the way, this is the first card pull that I do with it. So the Sacred Art Oracle, and the theme for this week is perception. Now I have my trusted journal here, and I'm going to read to you what I wrote down for this card. Listen, observe, and better your chances. Rely on your direct experience. Trust your perception and interpretation of a situation. Be wary of gaslighting or of somebody who undermines your sense of self and the world around you. Your senses may be clouded. Try to distance yourself from what others say. Detach. Touch, taste, smell, sight, and hearing are only 5 ways of interpreting the world around us. The world remains the same, but there are countless ways of perceiving and experiencing it. We develop and hone our senses as we interact with our environment. Those are words taken straight from the guidebook. And basically, this is the theme that Hecate wants me to explore this week, and I am sharing it with you. Now, the journaling prompts or the tarot spread positions that I have, I am going to write them in the description box of this video. But basically, I have how do I perceive myself? Second one, how do I perceive my home environment, where I live, if I have a partner, etc. If you have a partner, etc. Then number 3 is how do I perceive my family, meaning siblings, parents, etc. How do I perceive my spirituality is number 4. Number 5 is how can I hone in my senses? And number 6, how can I develop my intuition? So this is the spread that I've created for myself for this week. And just in a minute, I will do that spread here live with you. And yeah, the other part of my weekly practice with Hecate is to pull a single daily card. And for today is Monday, I've got the 6 of Swords from the Darkwood Tarot. This is one of my favorite tarot decks, and I'm going to be using for the spread, for the Perception Tarot spread. But yeah, I pull a tarot card every single day as a message from Hecate, and this is what I do on a weekly basis. Now, this practice shifted a little bit from what I did previously. Actually, this is a format that I am exploring, just starting to explore. I did something similar previously, but not exactly the same. So yeah, this is what I'll be doing every single Monday here on the channel going forward. I'm going to be sharing the personal theme of the week that Hecate gives me, and I'll be happy if you join me and do the spread for yourself. So now I am going to do the spread for me and see what comes up. Okay. First, I feel that I need to ground myself because I feel a lot of anxious energy, and the full moon is just around the corner, and always around the full moon I get anxious and my energy is really scattered. So I feel that I need to ground a bit more than usual. Okay. Okay, Hecate, perception. Speak to me, Hecate, and make it clear. Make the messages clear. Okay. Cutting the deck. Okay. And now 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. First prompt was, how do I perceive myself? Knight of Cups, very on point. The Knight of Cups is a highly sensitive individual that is not afraid to share his inner world with those around him or her. The Knight of Cups is the archetype of going after your heart's desires and actually trying to manifest your dreams, your dream life. The Knight of Cups is also a bit idealistic, and he tends to dream big and have a lot of fantasy, if you will. And I can see how this applies to me because the whole essence of the Art Occultist is me sharing my spirituality with random strangers on the internet, and yeah, sharing my deep inner world with other people, seeking connections, seeking that relationship, and actively working on building that with people, even though it's not a in-person type of thing, but online. Yeah, I tend to be a bit idealistic. I have a very strict moral code and ideas of how people should operate, what's right, what's wrong. And I am very imaginative. I'm very sensitive in terms of my spirituality, in terms of the energies around me. So yeah, I also tend to lose myself in dreams, in hopes, in how I wish my life would look like. But at the same time, I am actually trying to make those dreams a reality. And the Art Occultist is a part of that journey for myself. Also, I associate the suit of cups or water with creativity and art, and I'm an artist. This is the other thing that I do. I'm an artist, and recently I separated my art from this space, and I am just starting on building that aspect of my career. So yeah, this is how I perceive myself, as a dreamer, as somebody that wants to act on their dreams, on their feelings, and yeah, is not afraid to show up for themselves, for their truth, and to share that with other people, exposing their heart, wearing my heart on my sleeve. I am not afraid of that. I'm not afraid of being vulnerable, and this is actually a thing that I had to develop, because I am a rather private person, and in the past I was very cautious of what I shared about myself, with who I share. But now, having the Art Occultist, being here on YouTube, really taught me how to express myself and open myself and share all of those things with other people. So it's something that deeply resonates with how I perceive myself, the Knight of Cups, for sure. And I also love love and romance and romanticizing my life. I try to see everything that I do through a positive lens, through my life is magical, and how can I make my life more magical, more romantic. Self-love is a big part of who I am. My romantic relationship is very important to me, and all of those things fall into the domain of the Knight of Cups for me personally. How do I perceive my home environment? The Wheel of Fortune. Yes, I am very fortunate to be in the position that I am in. Growing up, my home environment was never stable. There was a lot of manipulation emotionally. There was a lot of instabilities. My parents suffered with alcohol issues. They were drinking a lot. They were having a lot of my parents had a really toxic relationship, and my home environment when I was growing up, maybe up until 2000 2020, actually, when I moved to Austria to be with my current partner, my home environment was never stable emotionally. So right now, me living with my partner, having our own space, I feel that the wheel really turned for me. I feel that things shifted for the better for me. I feel that I'm very fortunate to be in this position, and it didn't come easy for sure. But right now, my environment is really great. It's very supportive, and I really feel that I'm fortunate in that department right now. How do I perceive my family? Okay, this card doesn't want to be turned around. Four of Wands. And this is a rather dark depiction of the Four of Wands. I have a strange relationship with my family. My father is on the other side. He's no longer with us. My relationship with my mother, we see each other regularly. We speak on the phone almost every day, but I wouldn't say that we have a close emotional connection. I don't feel close to her emotionally, spiritually. Same with my grandmothers. Both of them are alive and well. My grandfather, both of my granddads, they are no longer with us. So basically, my family is my mother, my two grandmothers, and my brother. I am not close to any of them. I love them deeply. But yeah, how I perceive my family is, on the outside, everything looks normal right now. But on the inside, I feel like this creature under the bridge here alone, not able to share my passions, my spirituality, my emotions, my inner world with any of them, this openly and honestly. So yeah, the Four of Wands really captures how I perceive my family, because on the surface everything looks normal, but when you go deeper and have a deeper look at things, things are not so bright. So there's a performative aspect, and yeah, I am reading the Four of Wands in its shadow aspect here, more so than the positive aspect of structure and stability in the home, because I never had that with my family. Things were always turbulent, always emotional. It was never, I never had a good relationship, deeper relationship with those people. Like I said, I love them. They support me in other means, if I need it. But yeah, it's not a deeper spiritual connection. I never share with them any of my feelings if I am in trouble. So yeah. Okay, the next card is, how do I perceive my spirituality? And I'm curious about that a lot, actually. King of Cups, that's cool. The King of Cups is all about balancing emotion and mental space, so the heart and the mind, and finding the balance, keeping your cool. And yeah, my spirituality has pulled me from some very, very dark places. I've been suffering with anxiety and depression for as long as I could remember. I've actually experienced, I'm going to get real for a second, real vulnerable and personal here with you. I clearly remember the first time that I had a suicidal thought, and I was 6 or 7 years old. I know that this is not normal, but this is what I've experienced. And up until Hecate entered my life 2 years ago, I've been battling with depression on and off since I was 6 years old. Plus, eating disorder, other mental health things, other physical things, and yeah. So my life hasn't been easy on that front, but my spirituality and mainly Hecate helped me pull through. And the King of Cups for me stands up for my position right now, how I perceive my spirituality. It keeps me balanced, it keeps me afloat, and it prevents me from sinking back into that depression and those mental and emotional turbulences that I've experienced my whole life. So yeah, and basically for the past 2 years, since I've really developed my relationship with Hecate, I've been well, knock on wood. I still have hard days, but I no longer have those suicidal thoughts. I no longer consider myself to be a depressed person. Rather opposite. I really enjoy my life. I really enjoy my relationship with her. And for the past 2 years, I've witnessed such a drastic change that I truly feel that my spirituality made me the King of Cups, made me capable of keeping my balance above all of those experiences and actually finding my solid ground. And yeah, so I can see how that applies in how I perceive my spirituality. The next prompt is, how can I hone in my senses? Nine of Wands, interesting. The Nine of Wands is a card of you've survived a lot of shit, but you're still here. And if you want to complete the cycle, there is just a little bit more that you need to push through. In terms of how can I hone my senses and this card. Now, I want to just go back a little bit to what I read to you from the guidebook. Your senses may be clouded. Try to disconnect yourself from what others say, detach. I've been struggling with being chronically online, consuming other people's ideas. And in the past, I've been experiencing overwhelm and constantly, how do I express that? Not being able to differentiate between my own thoughts and the thoughts that I've consumed from other people online, because I've been exploring a lot of different perspectives. I've been watching a lot of different creators, etc. So if I want to hone in my senses more, this card is telling me that I need to take a break and actually focus on me. I've learned so much from observing other creators, watching lectures on different spiritual paths, traditions, religions. I've been consuming so much knowledge, and now is the time to take a step back and actually integrate everything. And the Nine of Wands really answers that, because I've been dealing with issues around consumption of social media and content for a while now. I even made a video a while back, something along the lines being a consumer versus creator. And if I want to hone in my senses, I need to step back and actually focus on my creativity and my output instead of what I'm putting in. So yeah, I can see how the Nine of Wands answers this prompt for me personally. The last one is, how can I develop my intuition further? Eight of Pentacles. Continue practicing your craft. Intuition is a very important part of my work in my life, professionally and personally. And yeah, by continuously engaging and practicing this skill through my readings for other people, for the Liminal Oracle, for my clients, this is how I continue to develop my intuitive muscles. Engaging in the work, repetition, because the Eight of Pentacles is all about polishing your skills, really doing the work, repetition, cycles, and constantly showing up. The 8 as a number I associate with development, so the Eight of Pentacles is a perfect answer for me in terms of how I can develop my intuition more, engage in more readings, both on the Liminal Oracle channel and for my clients. Really trust what is coming true, because I've been doing this for 6 years now professionally, and I've been reading tarot personally for friends and family since the beginning of my path, which was 2009. So I've learned so much throughout the years. I have so many things that I want to share, but for whatever reason, I've been feeling kind of stuck for the past few years. Kind of, I need to know more and more and more before I feel ready to open up and share what I know. And that's not the case anymore. I feel the shift from the student towards a more of a teacher position, if you will. Always, but I'm not saying that I see myself as this all-knowing person. I just mean that it's about time for me to actually start sharing all of the things that I've accumulated throughout the years. And I'm not saying that I'm going to stop learning, because as long as you're alive, you are going to learn. There's no escape from that, especially on the spiritual path. So I don't know if I expressed myself to the best of my abilities about that, but I hope that you understand what I mean. So that's everything. That was the spread around perception and my personal reflections. Now I'm going to take my journal and actually write down everything that I shared with you, so that I have a physical record of that. And I'll be very happy if you decide to participate and if you actually do the spread for yourself. And maybe we can start a community hashtag and share our weekly reflections between each other as a way to get to know each other as spiritual people. Maybe I will create a specific hashtag for this. I'm not quite sure yet, but you will find out from the title of the video if I decided to do that. Okay, guys, thank you so much for being here, for spending this half an hour with me. Once again, my name is Elisa. This is the Art Occultist. And before we part ways, I want to encourage you to like and subscribe so that the community can grow. And I also want to remind you that I'm a professional tarot reader, deck creator, and spiritual explorer. So you can support me and the channel through the link down below in the description, or any of the links under the description of the channel itself. I have a monthly donation set up if you want to contribute to the channel. If you want to purchase a reading with me, that's available on my Ko-fi page. And I also sell my Tarot and Oracle deck creations on Make Playing Cards. You can find all of those things with the link in the description box. Thank you so much. I hope that you are well. I hope that you enjoyed this, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care.